What's up, my fellow Falcons? I'm the Falcon Gamer, and welcome to a Top 10, my first Top 10. Now, Top 10s are something I've wanted to do for quite a while now, but I've never got the opportunity to. And what better subject to start than object shows? There are a lot of good object shows out there, but to balance out the good, we have the bad. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to count down the top 10 worst object shows in my opinion. Now, keep note that all of this is my opinion. So, please do not start flame wars in the comments if your favorite show is there, or if you're a creator of one of the shows in question. I just think that these shows are bad and need to be improved on. So, without further ado, let's get started. Number 10. The Battle for Inanimate Candy, created by me. That's right. I'm putting my own show on the list. Why? Because it is rushed, lazily written, one-dimensional characters, and all your typical shit for a bad object show. Being that this was my first attempt at an object show, the visuals in episode 1 look big and lazy and bland as hell. I mean, just look at those eyes, and look at that mouth. If that does not scream bad to you, I don't know what does. When it comes to visuals, things did start to get better in episode 2, but pretty much nothing else since then. I mean, the writing has not improved, neither have the characters, and the overall likability. I honestly did not understand why so many people liked my show. It may sound like I'm being a bit too harsh on my own creation, but that's just the way it is. I just did not like what I created back then, and I don't want to create it again. So that is why you see Battle for Inanimate Candy as number 10 on this list. Number 9. Shape Battle by PDDRMAnimationPro. Now, this is going to be the first out of many that might cause some controversy. But the fact is, I just don't like this show. My main problem with this show is how little screen time they give the characters who actually need it. They only give screen time to a certain amount of characters, and that's pretty much it. Like red circle, brown rectangle, gray hexagon, bottle cap, strawberry, round square are pretty much the only characters who get actual screen time, and the rest are just pushed into the background. And plus, this show is unoriginal as hell. I mean, in episode 2 right here, they have a race challenge. And you might be thinking, oh, you know, a race challenge, that's not so bad. But guess what? In episode 3, we have another race challenge. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I swear, object shows get more unoriginal as more get made. And also stolen assets from BFDI and Inanimate Insanity. Also cameo contestants that do not prove anything to the actual show. Annoying characters, characters that don't get any screen time. This show is just bad. And that is why it takes number 9 on this list. Number 8. Battle for Dream Island Again by jacknellify. Whoa, 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 whoa. Torches and pitchforks down. This is only referring to the second season of BFDI. The first season was great. But, however, the same thing cannot be said for its season 2 counterpart. My main problem with this season is how random they take things. They have a whole bunch of random filler, like this useless fucking scene, where you're showing your favorite screens. What is the point of this? Why is this relevant? Why is this here? And also, the rules, they keep changing as the episodes keep progressing. Switching teams, making your own teams. This season is just unorganized as hell. Really, the only good thing I can say about this season are the visuals. The visuals look fantastic, even if they're pointless as hell. Seriously, what is this, and why is this in the episode? Can somebody please explain that to me? Because I don't fucking know. Rip Bubble. Anyway, this season is just unorganized and needs to take some tips from the first season in how to make an object show good. Because this is not how to make a sequel to the first object show ever made. This is just not how you do it. This is why it takes number 8 on the list. Number 7. Challenge to Win by 100 DCX. Oh boy. Challenge to Win. Why can't I like you? I already mentioned this in my review of Challenge to Win. I just don't like it. I only have one real problem with the show, but I feel like this problem is so big that it brings the show down altogether. And that is that the episodes are boring and confusing to sit through. Characters not having enough screen time, and they're trying to give characters with less screen time more screen time. Just confusing as hell, and not much else going on from there. Next. Number 6. Battle for Gold. Now this is a canceled object show. And man am I glad this got canceled. This show just has unoriginal, one-dimensional characters that you literally see everywhere else. The animation is decent at best. The show has little to no writing other than one alliance. And this is just... it's just not good. I just don't know why so many object shows are this bad nowadays. Next. Number 5. Inanimate Insanity, Season 1. That's right. This spot on the list only refers to the first season of Inanimate Insanity. No Season 2 to speak of in this countdown. I just want you guys to keep in mind that the Inanimate Insanity we are referring to is this one. Yeah. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of this one? Is it great storylines? Is it epic characters? Is it actually good visuals? No. Not at all. If you think this has great visuals, shame on you. Now, I know that the visuals got better over time, but Anime Studio, they're still bad. And plus, not much of a story was going on in this season. No, the characters weren't that great either. Now, the new episodes are fantastic, I'll give them that. But the old ones, they went from bad to mediocre to somewhat good. And that's all I can pretty much say about it. Inanimate Insanity Season 1 takes number 5 on the countdown. Number 4. Battle for Isle Sleep by Nicholas McConnell. Now we get into the plagiarizing object shows. Don't you love it? That is literally all this guy did for his show. Copy, 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 copy. Great work. Regroup next week. First of all, the name is a ripoff. Battle for Isle Sleep. That sounds way too similar to Battle for Dream Island. The prize is kind of similar. Episode 5, where you have to, what was it, recite a poem? Write a poem? That sounds way too similar to singing a song from Bodo 4. The visuals are horrible, the characters are bland, the writing is non-existent, yada yada yada. But now, I know I'm not giving this show enough harshness for what it deserves, but I highly recommend you check out Aspio on DeviantArt. He does journals for BFIS Sins, which is a parody of CinemaSins just with these episodes. He's done the first 2 episodes so far, but I think he plans to do more. And I hope he does. This show deserves worst, and that's why it takes number 4 on this countdown. Number 3, Object Oppose. Now, what makes Object Oppose so bad? Other than the non-existent writing and the blank characters, of course. One single thing from this show guaranteed this high up. And I will show you what that thing is. The goddamn host. This host, Tiffany, is fucking terrifying. Seriously, what? Why? Why would you do this? Why couldn't you make the host a normal object like literally every other object show out there? This show isn't even good on any other perspective, but Tiffany makes it much, much worse. My God. Why? Just why? Tiffany is pretty much the sole reason that this show gets number 3. It's horrible in every other aspect, but still. Number 2, Object Universe by TeenChampion. I bet you didn't see this one coming, did you? I never said I hated this show, but I've never announced that I hated this show. I've always hated this show. This show messes around with everything. Now, what do I mean by that? This show changes all the damn time. Not for better, for worse. The host is always changing, the rules are always changing. It's all confusing to keep track with an already bad show, and what do you get in final product? You get a fucking abysmal piece of garbage. My God, I hate this show. It's because they're always taking the show in new directions, which is not the right choice. Fuck this show. That's all I can say about it. Now, let's get to number 1. Number 1. If you don't know what number 1 is by now, you don't know who I am. Mother fucking Shape World. You guys already know how much I hate this show. Hell, if you type up the words Shape World on YouTube, one of my videos expressing my hatred for it is the first thing that pops up. And I don't blame YouTube for doing that. I mean, this show is god-awful. Watch my binge watch, rant, and review to know why it's awful. I am done talking about this show. So, that's all the time we have for today. What did you think of the list? Did you like or hate it? I'm fine either way. And if you have any top 10s you want me to do, leave them down in the comments below. So, anyway, see you guys later.